Welcome back to another episode. This time we're talking about Microsoft Teams. Now, I know a lot of you probably are familiar with Microsoft Teams, but did you know that you can use Microsoft Teams for more than just online meetings? Let's get into it. So this time we're talking about Microsoft Teams. Now, I'm sure we're all familiar with it. It's pretty much the same as Zoom and some of the other online things, but in all honesty, it's a lot more than just an online meeting place. So the idea behind Microsoft Teams is complete collaboration within your team, hence the word teams. So what do I mean by collaboration? Well, this can be discussing different projects, um, different documents that you might have as far as sharing those goes, um, just chatting with each other, both company-wide and again within that team environment. So a one-to-many kind of setting. So what I'd like to do is just kind of jump into the Microsoft Teams interface and kind of show you guys around. Now, I'm going to be showing it to you on my PC, but there is a client for your Mac if you're an Apple user, and also for your mobile devices. I know they do it for the Apple phones and I believe also for the Android phones. So this is another nice feature of this. Not only can you use this and collaborate with your team PC to PC or PC to Mac, but even on your mobile devices. So when you're traveling or out in the field, you can still get access to all those resources. So again, let's go ahead and jump into that interface real quick and let's show you guys around. Okay, so here we are in Microsoft Teams, just kind of showing you around the interface. We've got a couple of things up over here. We've kind of got our menu to manage your channel, get email address, get a link to a channel, connectors and stuff like that. Most of the time, you're not going to have to worry about this. There is a quick meeting. So this is our typical online meeting link. So you can set up a meet now or schedule a meeting right from within Teams up in this upper right-hand corner. There's also ways to do it directly from within Microsoft Outlook, etc. So also in Teams, and we have this left-hand column here, and you're going to see activity. This is where you might have some mentions, replies, and other notifications will typically go here. So if you're communicating with your team, you're going to see different things start to show up here. Chat. So you can set up a new chat. This is just a one-on-one conversation, or as you can see, a group or even a tag of chat. So your typical chat network within your business, you can use this very simply, one-to-one, one-to-many. Lots of times when you're using the one-to-many, that's where the Teams area really comes into play, and you'll want to use it from there. From here, we have our Teams area. And as you can see, we've got a projects team set up. And I'm going to keep moving on down just to kind of go through things a little bit. And then we're going to come back to this Teams area because this is where we're going to spend most of our time. So it has access to your calendar. I'm not going to click on that because it's my personal calendar, but this will integrate with your Office 365 calendar if you're using Microsoft 365. Calls, this is if you're on a higher level of Microsoft 365 plan, or you've added on the ability to do voice over IP phone calls within Microsoft 365, hence within Microsoft Teams. If you don't have that functionality turned on, you can't use this calls area. Files, is this going to show you some of your files that you may have uploaded and put on here or have in different areas? And of course, when you're connected to OneDrive, it will show you a bunch of different stuff within OneDrive, just kind of like a normal file and folder, and those things can be done within there. From in here, you can also see some other apps. Now, Microsoft has collaborated with a lot of different people on putting in other applications, not only stuff from within Microsoft ecosystem, but from others. So we've got the OneNote, such things from Microsoft. But if you click on more apps, you can actually go out and you will see a whole search and a whole catalog of different apps. I mean, YouTube's even got something in here. We've got some different calendar, weather, power. Now, a lot of these you're going to have to pay for or work on integration to if you don't already have the products. So just be careful adding these because you'll want to make sure you have an official account if it's needed. Some of these other things, you know, just play with it by reading through and seeing what you need. And again, you can kind of go through here and look for those apps. At the very bottom, you also have help if you need some help on training and things of that nature. So let's go back real quick to the teams area. So here we have our team. So we have a projects team. And then under that team, we have two channels. We have a general channel and a data virtualizations channel. So what's the difference? So the high level team, kind of think of it like in your file folder structure, if you will. That might be your data drive or data volume. And then underneath that, you're going to have other folders, maybe for departments or such. So there's different ways of setting this up. There's no wrong way, but you don't have to set up a bunch of teams by department. Now you may want to. We can set up something for budgets, let's say. So one way to do budgets, if you create a team, that's the high level. You still would need a channel underneath that. So you may have an administrative or a accounting or whatever budgets team, right? And then underneath that, you might do a budgets channel. So that channel is now specific to working on budgets with underneath accounting. Now you can either incorporate people from that same team or again, go to others. Another way to think about it, you could do a high-level budgets team and then give each of the departments their own channel to discuss within themselves if you're a bigger organization. So that when you get into these different channels, these are more specific discussions that you're having, more specific information. So you could have a budgets team. You could have every year listed under it, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, so on and so forth. And then add people to those channels that you want to have as part of these teams and or channels. So it's a way to collaborate. So even though multiple people might be part of this projects team, in the channels, I might only have a subset of those same people, plus maybe even some other people as part of this channel. And this is where things kind of really get broken down and we can add people, again, create more conversations, channels, and have new conversations. So new conversations is that chatting that I mentioned. So a lot of times, again, when you're working on something, let's just say our budget, we're going to be in our budget channel. I just want to have a conversation with everybody with what's going on. Hey, are we still on for that meeting tomorrow at such and such? I haven't seen the invite. And you're going to send a chat message to everybody via the Teams app on that so that they can all be part of that conversation and see things. You can upload files to the different areas. So you can have files as part of the team and you can have files as part of the different channels. So we can upload, create new, we can sync, copy links, download, add cloud storage, all that different stuff. You can just drag and drop them here. So if you've got your file folder open, you can drag and drop. What's nice with this again is if you're on the road on your laptop, on your mobile device, and you are working on, let's say, the budget again, you would have access to the files as it relates to what's going on right there, so that you could work on it remotely and everyone can see what's going on, see that who last modified it, the names of the file, and all of that. So it's just a general overview into Teams. I just want you to start thinking about the fact that Teams is not just for doing online video and voice meetings, okay? So you can use this to do true collaboration with inside your business. Again, you can arrange your teams and channels as you see fit, but they are different. A team is different than a channel within a team, okay? And you can also work with those outside your organization, inside your team's environment. So there is a free Teams client I know they're still offering it for free for now. I don't know for how much longer, but there is a way, again, where they can, with any Office 365 agreement, they have an Office 365 account, you can definitely have them be part of your project and your team's area just by inviting them into that area. Okay, so you would add more people and start typing their name or group and add. As it says here, you can add people outside your organization as guests by typing their email addresses. So they'll get an invite. So they can participate even if they are outside of your organization. I hope that helps you understand that Teams is more than just for your typical video meetings like Zoom and all those other online meeting things. It truly can be used within your organization to have better communication within different departments and allow you to more closely collaborate on different things as you move forward. It is not for everybody, but when your organization demands it and you have a lot of things going on, this can definitely be a help to your team to use it for more than just those online meetings. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us here at Southwest Networks, 760-770-5200.